In this video, we'll explore 7 different things and how we can incorporate or adapt this routine into our modern lives. Let's start. The only thing I ask of you is that you do not skip this video in any way. If you are here, consider yourself different from the majority, consider yourself an exception. Now, act like one and don't skip any chapters. Number 1, eliminate external stimuli. Marco Aurelius says that it is in his power to withdraw into himself whenever he wishes. It is known that Marcus Aurelius used his nights to disconnect, although he is especially known for his philosophy that advises us to live each day as if it were the last. He also believed in taking time to find retreat within his own mind in order to renew himself. He did this as an effort to free himself from stress or negative feelings by disconnecting from external stimuli and seeking value in introspection. External stimuli are changes outside the body or knowledge that is transmitted to us through the senses. Nowadays, we face constant external stimuli, especially when interacting with people and technology, in order to meet the superfluous demands of our modern society. We overload ourselves, and our days become full of tasks, appointments, meetings, means and deadlines. We lost our freedom and our peace of mind. And even if we strive to create a work-life balance, it's inevitable that we'll come home feeling exhausted, overwhelmed, and stressed. Our nighttime routine usually involves catching up on social media, watching television, or trying to respond to those last-minute emails. We need to reduce these stimuli and clean our mind. Therefore, your nighttime routine should be the time you dedicate to yourself. This probably means eliminating many of the nighttime activities you've become accustomed to and replacing them with new ones that will actually help you disconnect and focus on yourself. This means putting your technology to sleep at least half an hour before you go to bed yourself and seek peace of mind. This can be as simple as a 5-minute guided meditation, body scan, or breathing exercise. Mindfulness meditations help calm an overactive mind and tune into your physical body. This type of meditation can be a retreat within ourselves, and the impact of incorporating it into your nighttime routine can be incredibly positive. Meditation is known to reduce anxiety, improve mood, and also significantly improve sleep. Your bedtime routine should be a break from the busy world and a retreat for your peaceful self. Although indulging in series marathons, playing video games, meeting up with friends or scrolling through social media may seem like a personal break, these activities actually don't help achieve tranquility. In fact, they are distracting you from finding it. And while sleep is important, it's often not enough to restore you after a busy day. A true relaxing nighttime routine needs to contain something that allows your mind to switch off. Number 2, practice physical exercise. Marcus Aurelius tells us that it is a shame for a man to grow old without seeing the beauty and strength of which his body is capable. Even though Marcus Aurelius lived almost 2,000 years ago, he understood the importance of physical exercise. He believed that a healthy mind cannot exist without a healthy body. The ancients believed that even a simple exercise routine can teach us virtuous life skills such as perseverance, self-development, discipline, overcoming challenges and building self-confidence. They understood that it was more important to exercise to achieve these high mastery skills than to gain external approval. Despite what the media might have us believe, the ancients already knew back then that trying to have a perfect body just to show off rarely leads to true happiness. We often avoid our exercise session with excuses like, "I'm too tired," "I have a big meeting tomorrow and I don't want to be sore," or "I'm so stressed at work that I can't even think about exercise." While many of us avoid exercise for a variety of reasons, it has incredible physical and mental health benefits, and we shouldn't completely ignore it as part of our routine. Any form of exercise, whether playing sports or going to the gym, is beneficial as it releases a flood of feel-good brain chemicals known as endorphins, which reduce stress levels and improve mood. If you exercise at night, it can even help you fall asleep faster, leaving you feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day ahead. You can also incorporate the concept of taking a brisk evening walk to clear your mind. As you walk, observe the air and environment around you. Let your mind shift from thoughts of the day to observing the night sky you walk upon. Moving in the beauty of nature around you will help clear your mind from a busy day and prepare you for a good night's rest. Number 3. Review your day according to Marcus Aurelius. Nothing has as much power to expand the mind as the ability to systematically and truly investigate everything that occurs in your observation in life. The ancients believed that the two best times for reflection were morning and evening. Prepare yourself for the day ahead by recording your thoughts in a journal in the morning, and reviewing the day that has passed. Marcus Aurelius wrote his meditations with the intention of reviewing his own daily life and thoughts to achieve personal clarity. He kept a constant eye on his daily actions and choices. The ancients emphasized the importance of being aware of your own actions and highlighted the importance of taking time at the end of each day to review what has happened, as a way of becoming more aware in general. The ancients called this type of attention an attention that aims to bring self-awareness to your actions and check whether they are aligned with your higher self. Some compared this daily reflection to presenting a case in court. You remember and judge your day by self-examining your daily actions and choices, and then systematically revisiting them. This is not meant to be a judgmental practice, but rather a compassionate review that will guide you to make better decisions in the future. You can incorporate this type of daily review into your nighttime routine by taking time before you get into bed to look back on the day that just passed. Review every moment of the day, from the moment you woke up to the moment you are now. Meditate on the various choices and actions you have made. What did you do well today? What emotions did you experience? What parts of your day brought discomfort? How can you learn from what happened today? What didn't you get to do today that you wish you had? Daily reflections play a fundamental role in historical philosophy. They help us prepare for the next day by writing down what we would like to have done today. They are also essential for us to assess whether our daily actions are aligned with the person we really want to be. For example, while reviewing your day, you may remember an unpleasant event due to a misunderstanding. Identifying how this interaction affected you is crucial. By becoming aware of this event, the next time you face a similar situation, you will be able to approach it with greater attention. Taking time in the evening to review your daily progress is an important step toward leading a storied life. Number 4. Contemplate your inner wise man. In the words of Marco Aurelio, the mastery of reading and writing requires a master. Even more in life, a sage is someone considered experienced in a certain field and is revered for their wisdom, judgment, and expertise. For many people, this wise man is a role model. The ancients took time to reflect on their sages and whether their own actions conformed to those of the sage. Marcus Aurelius considered his sage to be Zeno, the founder of historical philosophy, and often wondered what he would do. Sage contemplation should essentially be a time at night where you reflect on your day or the person you are, and ask yourself what your role model would do. Your role model could be someone you know or just a concept of an ideal person. It is important to have a clear definition of this person so that you can reflect on whether their actions are aligned with your role model. As part of your nighttime routine, take a few minutes to remember your role model and ask yourself, did you act like your role model would? In what ways can you improve tomorrow so that your life is more aligned with your role model? What characteristics of your role model have you identified in yourself today? Incorporating a few minutes into your nighttime routine to consider the situations you experienced today and whether you responded as you believe your role model would have done can increase your awareness of your choices for tomorrow and make you a better person, the kind of person you deeply admire. Number 5. Adopt a higher perspective. In the words of Marcus Aurelius, think of substance in its entirety of which you possess the smallest part, and of time in its entirety of which a brief momentary period has been allotted to you, and of the workings of destiny, and how very small is your part in them. Marco Aurelio advises us to contemplate life from the point of view of the cosmos, or to have a view from above. A bird's-eye view means taking an expanded perspective on your life and looking at yourself and your day as if you were observing from a third-person perspective, to remove personal emotions and anxieties. It is known that in his Nights, Aurelio reflected on his life from the point of view of the cosmos to overcome his limited personal perspective. In today's world, there are many distractions. Whenever we leave home, we are bombarded by advertisements, news, opinions, and distractions. When we're not at work or with our family, we're on our cell phones, listening to the radio, watching TV, or using the computer. All of this causes mental exhaustion and it is difficult to find space to think and breathe. Apps, games, videos, and TV shows, and the fact that our attention is often focused on other things, hinder our ability to deal with our problems, anxieties, stresses, and commitments. To help with this, the historical exercise of adopting a higher perspective can be used to lighten the weight of our problems by shifting our perspective to a level above ourselves. You can start by taking some quiet time in the evening to observe your immediate surroundings, your body, your home, and the people you live with. Start thinking about what they feel, how you relate to them, what problems, hopes, and fears they may have. Then broaden your view to see your own city and how all the people living around you have a unique life that you know nothing about. They have hopes, dreams, and fears. Keep widening your perspective to see your country, then even wider, encompassing the entire perspective of the entire planet, considering all the people on Earth, all of our lives spread across countries, social classes, races, and cultures. Think about the challenges that some of the less privileged people are going through. Continue expanding into the solar system, the universe, and the entirety of existence. When we look at ourselves from above, we perceive ourselves not as individuals disconnected from the things around us, but as part of a greater whole, a participant in everything that surrounds us. Looking at ourselves from the outside helps us see ourselves and our concerns more objectively. When we distance ourselves from the worries, anxieties, and problems we face, we can see them more clearly, with less emotion, and have a better chance of understanding their causes and solutions. It becomes easier to see things in context. If you're feeling down because someone insulted you, try this exercise. It's much easier to overcome the emotional obstacles we experience when we put things into perspective. The fights and small disagreements, in comparison, many of our problems can dissolve when we compare them to the problems of others or to the vastness of space. Number 6. Spend time with family. Marcus Aurelius tells us that those who live longer and those who will die soon lose the same thing, the present. It's all they can give up, because it's all they have, and what they don't have they can't lose. For Marco Aurelio, at the end of the day, it was time to be with his family. He clearly loved his children and his wife very much. Even though he was important, famous, and extremely busy, he didn't ignore them. At night, he would tuck his children into bed and kiss them, silently telling himself, "Don't rush it, this might be the last time you do this. It's not guaranteed that you two will make it through the night." He valued this thing in front of him, which really was the most important thing in his life, and then he wished good night. He did this repeatedly for as long as he was lucky enough to live. The ancients used the contemplation of death as a practice to remind themselves of the impermanence of life. A popularly known nurse in Australia who cared for terminally ill patients said that one of the most common regrets a dying person has is the wish they had spent more time with their family. His patients often lamented having lost their children's youth and their partner's companionship to the demands of modern life. Families are spending a little more than half an hour of quality time together during the week, and even when families get together, many parents say the time is spent quietly in front of the TV because they are busy reading, playing games, computer, or simply too tired to talk. Just like the ancients, if we regularly contemplate our death and remind ourselves that there will be a day when we or our children do not wake up to enjoy the beauty of life, we will begin to make some changes to spend more time with family and often tell our children or our family we use family time as an essential factor that helps create strong bonds, love, connections and relationships between family members. Spending quality time with family helps deal with challenges, instill a sense of security, instill family values and give children confidence. Number 7. Prepare for the mornings. Marcus Aurelius says, "In your actions, do not procrastinate." Marco Aurelio strongly defended the importance of waking up early every morning. He did this to create a morning routine that made the most of every living moment. Therefore, sleep meant having a restorative experience and not a moment to indulge in laziness. A morning routine was essential for Aurelio, but part of that morning routine began even before morning, as he prepared for the next day the night before. The ancients used to prepare for the day by setting aside time in the morning to rehearse their days. They did this by considering what they wanted to accomplish that day, preparing for different possible outcomes, and reflecting on themselves. These types of reflections were made by many ancients in the morning and also at night. For starters, you can prepare the night before to make waking up easier. This could mean choosing your clothes for the next day, preparing your bag for work or having a clear morning routine that you follow as if it were a checklist of actions to be taken, but without having to use your brain to think about what to decide, because it was already decided the night before. Remember this: the more decisions you make throughout the day, the less effective they will be. Save your mind for making small decisions, like what clothes to wear in the morning. This also means going to bed at a reasonable time so that you get 6 to 8 hours of sleep. Not only is this beneficial for your health, but it will make waking up a more pleasant experience. Preparing for the day ahead during your nighttime routine will not only help you with your morning routine, but it can also reduce anxiety about the tasks that await you when you wake up. If you liked this video, be sure to check out our Stoicism videos, and for more videos that will help you find success and happiness using ancient philosophical wisdom, don't forget to subscribe. That was my contribution. Thank you very much.